Hey, what's going on, guys? Chris here with Cali Moto TV. We're in my garage. It's dirty, but it doesn't matter because we're going to install the Antigravity lithium battery in my 2025 Panigale V4. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward, but there are a couple nuances that we need to follow, and we'll show you those. So come along, let's install this rather easy but very light battery. If you want to see how much it actually weighs, I think Mania Moto Millions did a literal weight comparison, so go check out his video. I think he's at the very end of his install. So yeah, let's go have some fun. Very simple. There's only two screws that we need to look at when we're trying to take this battery cover off. There's one here and there's one here on the same exact side. They mirrored of each other. Very simple. One thing I will point out is there's this little plastic grommet here. You want that to stay with it. It's something you can lose. Sometimes they stick to the panel. But other than that, it's very simple to take off. Now, you have two little clips right here, or little pins. They go this way into the actual tank here. So what you want to do is lift the front up and then pull forward. Real simple, real easy. All right, so I'm kind of a stickler to following instructions. Like, I have the battery installation thing right here. So it's not like I don't know how to put a battery in, but it's something just to keep in mind when you do this stuff, is just to keep it as sort of a checklist, if you will, just something to look back on. Years of doing aircraft maintenance is kind of what we do. But the first thing we want to do is obviously take off the negative terminal, negative off, keep the hardware. We're going to show you how to put the other battery in without needing to replace the hardware, because apparently people have been drilling out stuff. It's kind of weird. Something you also notice as I do these videos is that I don't have all of the tools you would think I should. So this is going to be kind of right in line with that do it yourself at home. You're going to find out, and I'm going to find out what tools I need, because I know I don't have all of them, especially for someone that actually worked on cars. I don't have all my tools anymore, so here we are. We're just kind of making this work. Okay, I'm not sure if anyone's ever actually shown this when removing a battery, but there is actually a little hold down clip. Move this key out of the way real quick. There's a little hold down clip for the stock battery. So you need to push in, there's a little tab here, and then another little thumb, lift up, and that's it. But what we want to do is actually remove this, because the other battery you'll see doesn't have this little notch. So the next step that the Antigravity tells you to do is to test fit it. You can already tell this is much heavier than this guy. Like, this is noticeably different. Spin it so it can be directed whichever way. Do a test fit. She's snug. Now, like I mentioned, there's not a tab here. So what we're going to use instead is Antigravity supplies these little foam blocks. We're going to put them on here like so. And what that's going to do is have a pressure fit. So when you put the little battery cover back on, it's going to push down on the battery so it doesn't have any vertical movement, because honestly, this thing isn't going this way at all. It's pretty snug. The next step after you test fit it is to put it into restart, or get it out of sleep mode. When they ship it, you have to hold this down a couple seconds and then release. And now she's ready to go, supposedly. It's what they tell me. All right, so a couple little helpful tips when you're doing these. You see these little blocks right here? They come with the kit. I've seen people just pull them from the old battery and put them in here. It seems like the hardware transfers over pretty seamlessly, so do what you want. I'm using the provided blocks and fasteners to put in there. What I will note is these things like to slide out. There's only a tab on the back side of here. So there's two things you can do. You can put a screw in like I did here, drop the battery in, and then take the screw out, put the thing back on. Or use a piece of electrical tape, just kind of undo it and just slap it right here on the front of this little block. That way it keeps it from moving. And then once you install everything, or once you actually put the little tab on, you can just peel it off. And it doesn't need to be on there super tight or anything. Just something that you can lay across, like from there to there. You just peel off, because you'll have a little cable connecting like this. So if you just have a little tab to pull off, it'll make it real easy. Okay, assure that you've actually restarted the battery and got it out of sleep mode. You want to take your multimeter, hopefully you have one, and just kind of check it. We got 13.3 volts, so it has been restarted, it is live and good to go. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do is the exact opposite of what we did last time. We're gonna take our positive, take that out. Remember that little cube does like to slide. And what we're doing is, this is the actual positive lead from the bike, and then this is the positive lead to the battery tender. Just kind of put that on. Try not to arc and spark that. Just kind of make sure that it threads in there nice and neat like. Nice and neat like. Come on, there we go. Those of you that like to screw things in, if it feels snug the first couple threads, just back it out. We'll do the same for the negative terminal. Remember, this bike is sloped one way, so it's going to want to slide out. So we'll just kind of get everything staged here and ready to screw in. Finger tight. Make sure it threads. And then go ahead and, as I say, slam her home from there. These things are going to want torque. I believe there is a torque value of like 5 Newton meters or something crazy small like that. So it's up to you if you want to go that low, but here you have it. It's installed. So the last little thing I want to do before we put the cover on is put these little blocks on. You'll see I already put the one on. And the reason why we're spacing it out the way we are is so it's got an even coverage on the battery itself to push down. But not only that, it keeps you to have access to that restart button should your battery do something weird, because it tells you to restart if it has any like draining issues or something like that. So offset them so you can still push the battery. And I like having them wide enough so that that little piece of plastic can push down on it is pressure fitted in there. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Really simple thing to do, but there's little nuances to installing stuff, and I hope we answered those questions if you had any. Please like, comment, subscribe. We got some more stuff to install. Actually, the next video you see will be in the same outfit because we're going to change out that steering damper. And then after that, we're going to change out the fender eliminator. So got some work to do today. We got some videos coming up. I'm really excited. Like, comment, subscribe. If you like this type of stuff, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the likes, share it. If you like the stuff, share it with the people that you might think could benefit from it. Anyways, you all have a great one. I'll see you on the next video.